Well, hello, it's Troy from Double-Amputee RVTV. First of all, before we get started for the day, I had an email this morning and somebody said, I don't understand the RV part of your channel. I haven't seen you do anything with an RV yet. So, anyway, I thought I'd explain that real quick. Once again, I did it in my first video, but obviously, they didn't go back and watch my first video. And I'm going to write it in my description on my YouTube channel and on my Facebook page. But anyway, the RV part of my channel is everything I'm doing is getting ready to travel in an RV. Next year, I plan on selling my house. Hopefully, I'll have an RV. And I'll be able to travel around a little bit. So I'm trying to become self-reliant, right, and take care of everything myself. And I have a lot of stuff that I need to sell and get rid of before that happens. So this is kind of what I'm doing. I'm doing things to help myself so I can get on the road and I can travel a little bit. And I'm probably just going to go down south for the winters in Arizona or New Mexico or something. And then I'll come back up here since I have family up here and for the summertime, and I'd like hopefully get back to hunting and fishing and so on. But anyway, that's the RV part of it. And as soon as I get the RV I want, then it'll probably be next springtime. We'll start working on it, and probably me and my son will start working on it and get it all ready to go. But anyway, so today is part of my self-reliant thing. I've practiced driving up and down the street, and anyway, my Subaru, it's too tight in between the brake and the hump in the floor. So when I'm on the, well, let me just show you what happens on my foot here. So right here, this part right here, when I'm driving, I can drive with my knee and do the pedal. But after I drive for a minute, it starts to turn in the socket, so it gets sideways like that. So when it gets sideways like that, the heel gets up underneath the brake, and then I can't do anything. Got on the internet, and I ordered a part that is probably going to fix that, I hope. But anyway, it's going to be here sometime today. Anyway, I'm going to take the studs off, put the regular tires on, and then my package should show up, and I'll show you what I got, and hopefully we can get everything installed, and I'll be able to commute. I called first thing this morning and I put insurance and I went ahead and put full coverage on my whole beater Subaru, but they kind of went, why? But anyway, you just don't know what's going to happen. So I got full coverage. I'm good to go. I can drive like I stole it. Okay, I got my jack underneath the car there, and got my impact wrench there, my old beat up Craftsman I've had for years. Anyway, I have a 3-ton floor jack in the shop there, but the thing weighs about 100 pounds. So this is a little jack that I picked up that I keep in the Subaru all the time. I don't like to use the factory jacks that they have with it because it takes 2 men and a small boy to figure out how it all works, and you got to read instructions. So this is very simple. It's a speedy lift, so a couple of pumps and it's in the air. the studs all got taken off, and I stacked them over there by the wood pile. But she's ready to go. Put brakes on it last summer, did the struts last summer, so I checked everything. I'm a little rusty on the disc, but I'll go out and hammer the brakes a couple of times, and that'll take care of that. All right, my package just showed up, so we're going to open this thing together. I'm going to show you what I purchased after a little research. There were several of these brand new that were about $220 for these, and I found a used set for $99 free shipping. And after we open this up and look at it, well, I'll leave the link down below if it looks like they're going to work and everything's in the box like it's supposed to be. This is refurbished, so I always get a little bit leery with refurbished stuff, but it was sure cheap. But anyway, I'm going to pan around here. So there it is. It's called Quickstick hand controls, and I've watched a couple of videos on YouTube about these, and it looks like they're going to work really well. I think my truck, I'll be able to drive it with the prosthetics pretty easily once I get going. But this Subaru is just, it's going to be problematic. There you go. But anyway, let's open up this box and take a look, see what we got. Alrighty. Well, seems to be alright. Seems to be wrapped okay. Let's get this thing opened up. I was hoping they had black ones. The things I read online was these ones turn your hands black when you're driving. So if somebody wants to buy one, they might watch a couple of videos and read a couple of blogs about this, so they know the ins and outs of this thing. Alrighty, there we go. So this one right here with the button, this goes on your accelerator. This one goes on the brake. So when this thing's working, you're supposed to be able to push this knob in and out, and that does the accelerator. And then you push this in and out for the brake. So let's get out some instructions and get this thing read. Make sure we put this thing in just as the specs are. This is a little safety chain. I seen this on the internet. This will go on the brake, so just in case something comes loose and it falls, this chain will hold it on so you can still brake. So, alrighty. Yeah, I don't know if you can read this or not, but this is just a quick scan of all the warnings. The only one that applies to me is I can't drink and drive, so this thing will not drive by itself with these sticks. I still have to operate it. I'm going to open up the door here, get this thing inside, and let's see what we can do with it. Okay, I don't know how well you can see this. Let's see. I have to put a light or something out here, but I have the accelerator hooked up, and these holes, I got a little pin that fits in there. So we are going to do that real quick and get this accelerator all hooked up. So anyway, let's see how we go here. Just like that. And then there's a little ring I got to put on right here, because this has got a hole in it. Right there. So anyway, we are going to give this a whirl, and then we're going to hook up the brake real quick. There's just no place for me to put the camera here while I'm hooking this thing up. Alright, I got my light down in here so you can kind of see. Hopefully I can, wires and stuff hanging down, but I have the brake hooked up, have the little safety chain on it, I have all the pins. Everything's adjusted so far. I just have one more thing to install. So I was looking online, and this kit normally comes with, I don't know if you can see that, but that is a suicide knob. So I am going to put this on my steering wheel. And let's see how that works out for me. I may end up taking it off, but if you're just steering with one hand and got to crank a little bit, it might come in handy. So let me put this on real quick, and then we'll fire this Subi up and we'll see what it does. All right, I drove down to the end of my street out here onto the BLM land out here. Cruised around a little bit, trying out these sticks, and they seem to be doing okay. I just can't, hard for me to do the camera and film this while I'm working it, but we'll give it a try. And we get that suicide knob on there. We're good to go. I like that. But anyway, we got, let me see if I can get a good shot here. Okay, so you push down on that. That's the accelerator. This is the brake to stop you. So I need to press on the brake. Okay, I just stuck it in drive. Letting off. Just hit the accelerator and there she goes. Where it wants to be is about right there, but this is out too far over here, so I'm going to have to do some adjustments on this thing if I'm going to drive it back and forth to town. I'll let you know. I'm going to drive around out here for a couple of minutes and get back home, and I'll let you know what I think of this thing. But there we go. Accelerator, brake. Hey, ABS works. Whoa, here comes the dust. All right, I got to pay attention here. This is quite the road here. We're going to get back to driving, and then we are going to head back home. I'll let you know how this thing works out. See you in a few. Okay, I'm back. Had a good little drive out there on the BLM, and the car was doing really well. And those little Quicksticks, I would highly recommend those. They work great. So highly recommend it. I love it. It's going to get me around. But I had a little accident while I was out there. You are not going to believe this. I was driving around and I found a big black garbage sack out there, a plastic one. And so I stopped, and it was kind of down the hill a little bit. So I stopped, started walking down the hill, and my prosthetic caught. And anyway, I filled up my prosthetic full of sand. It came off, and now it doesn't work. So I had to crawl back to the car. Boy, it was about 2 miles in a blizzard, you know, with 3 feet of snow. And no, just kidding. I was only about maybe 30 feet from the car, but that's a long way to crawl and drag your leg along with you. But anyway, I made it back into the car, drove home. So I started disassembling this. I didn't film any of the disassembly part here, but I'm going to show you what I'm dealing with here. So, I'm paying kind of slow. Don't mind my messy workbench here. But I had to take this off. So this is a clicking mechanism that goes on there, and this is what holds on to the prosthetic. And this right here is the switch. So this fits down inside, and this button, you push it in or pull it out, and that releases. So is what I have is this right here, which is a gel liner that fits on my leg, and there's a little pin up here at the top. So it goes upside down on my leg like this, and then it fits down and it locks in there. So anyway, I'm going to tear this thing apart, and see what's in there. You can see all the dirt. I got to wash and clean this all out. And this mechanism is just packed full of dirt. And down inside there, I don't know if we can see it or not, but yeah, the mechanism that locks me in there is back. I can see it there, but it is not moving, so it's got to be filled up full of sand. So anyway, I'm going to tear this apart and look at it real quick and wash everything up, and I will turn this back on when I start assembling it so you can see how prosthetic goes together. Alrighty, we're getting stuff cleaned up here. I scrubbed that and brushed it out really well, so that's good to go. Bottom's nice and clean. Okay, I pulled these 4 screws out, so hopefully there isn't springs that are going to pop out of this thing when I lift it, so I'm going to be gentle with it. I may have to put the camera down. Hang on. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Easy. Okay. Oh, I can see the problem already. So when you go to push it, yeah, that thing's full of sand in that little spring. So I'm going to take this apart, get it all cleaned up, and she'll work again. So when I start to reassemble this, I'll turn it back on so you guys can get a quick picture of it. If you've never seen a prosthetic put together. Never a dull moment in my life. Yeah, alright, everything is cleaned up and ready to go. Let's see how this thing goes together. Now, see if we can get this little spring in there first. There's a little latch down in there when I was cleaning it, I noticed, so... Oh good, it did go in there. Let me get that thing pushed all the way to the bottom. There we go. Next piece. This must go in this way. Okay. Spring's kind of jumpy. Alright. I don't know if you can see this. Let's get this in its little slot. Okay, that. Alright. That's not going to go in unless I push this back just a little bit. There we go. Alright. That's spring in. Now that I've cleaned everything, alright. Now let's flip this thing over. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing here. That spring jumping out. Let's get a couple of screws in this. Alright, we're back together. Now you can see in there, thing is moving and it should work. So here's one of those pins. There we go. Push the button, it'll go right in, and it'll hold. Alright, continue on our reassembly. Probably do better without all that dirt in there. Oh yeah, she just slips right in. But, yeah, she's not turning on me. There we go. Put this button in to kind of hold everything. Okay, so then I need to put this on there. I can't. It looks like it's the same all the way around, so let's just put this baby on there. There we go. We're all set to go. Let's try it out. There we go. Got to push the button. Comes right out. Clicks in. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, now we just got to put the boot back on here. Yeah. So I guess I'm going to have to bring cleaning kits and stuff when I go out. I don't know, so I can, and tools where I can tear this thing apart. Boy, people are driving fast today. I don't know what the deal is. But anyway, okay. Good as frickin' new. I am just pleased as punch. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put on this gel liner. Put it on. Let's grab this leg. Put it down. Oh, yeah, I'm pretty swollen. I only got 4 clicks out of it. Okay, another job done. All right. So remember, I could just about fix anything if I set my mind to it. But those Quicksticks, pretty cool. I like them. And now you've all seen how to fix a prosthetic leg. So anyway, we will catch you on the next video. Thank you for watching.